Yeah. So very good morning from Tail Tribe storytelling session. So vanga, we'll have a story from Jayanthi C from Chennai. Yes, Annie, you can start the story.
Okay, good morning all. Good morning, children. Yes, today's story name is The Kites and the Crows. Okay, I think crow means I think you would have seen lot of crows in near your house. I think you know more about the crows. About crows also I'll tell you at the end of the story. Now, to tell you a few things about the kites. Kites. You have seen kites? It will be like an eagle only. The difference between the eagle and the kite is the kites are little, they are medium size. They are little smaller than the eagle. Okay. And they usually have a long, narrow wings, tails, and they have a short beak, a small head, okay, and they are lightly built, and they live mostly in the warm regions. Okay, so now I am going to tell about the kites. Okay, the kite story, the kites and the crows. Okay, and usually the kites, no, they eat only the dead animals, those are killed in the accidents and all, no, that will be left out on the roads and all, no. So those killed animals only, they were dead animals only they'll eat. And usually, do you know how long they live? Do you know the lifespan of the kites? Anyone knows?
No, ma'am.
They live for 25 to 30 years. Okay. And you know where they build their nest? No, they build it on a very high tree. Okay. And they usually, they have an ability. They actually, they will catch another prey or something without that prey, no, it doesn't fall on the ground. Before it falls on the ground, they will try to catch it. They have that ability. They are very swift, very fast. Okay. And usually they sleep in a big tree in groups only. Okay, these are few things about the kites. Now, the story begins now. Now, there was a town where the crows were living. We'll call that crow town. Okay. And usually there are more crows when compared to the kites. Even the kites also, they were living in that town. But lot of crows only were there. So they used to call, this is our town, crow town, they usually call. One day, the sultan of the crows, we'll call him as Kunguru. Okay, we'll call him as a Kunguru. He is the king of that crow town. So he said, he wrote a letter. To whom? He wrote a letter to the sultan of the kites. Okay, in that letter we write, no, he wrote, you from now onwards, okay, you should, okay, be my soldiers. Okay, you should obey my condition. Okay, should obey my rule. He wrote a very strong letter asking them to be their soldiers. But did the kites listen? No. So the king of the kites wrote, we'll keep the king of the kite name as Move. Okay. So he wrote a strong letter back saying, no, no, no. We can't obey your rules. We can't be your soldiers. Okay. So we will not do. Okay. Now, no. Who got angry? The kite sultan got very angry. He again wrote a letter saying, if you refuse to obey my order, then we will meet in the war field. Come, we'll have a fight. So the kites, no, they are very strong. They said, okay, come on. Tomorrow we'll meet in the war field. So both of them, they came in the morning. they started fighting. Do you know who is stronger? The kites are only stronger than the crows. So who were all falling? They were all, these crows were getting hurt. They were getting killed slowly. They were losing the battle after 2 days of fight. There were less number of crows when compared to the kites. So that day night, they were so tired. They said, what to do? We are losing our battle. Okay, what can be done? So in that group, in that company, there was an wise crow, old crow. He said, it's better we stop the fighting. If we keep on fighting like this, we will only lose the war. Okay, we will all be getting killed by the kites. So the one plan I am going to tell is, come on, let us all fly from here, because only few of us are left. We will fly from here. We'll go to a very far away town and then we will start living. Okay. So the Sultan Kunguru said, he said, okay, what to do? Otherwise, we will be killed in another 2-3 days war. So better we will listen to this wise crow. And then they all, in the night itself, they started flying. They flew to a very far away town. And that night they settled in a small place. From that day, they started living in that new town. Okay, they were living. Okay, the next day, what happened? Now the kites king came with the soldiers, everybody, they wanted to come. But in the field, in the battlefield, where they found the crows, no, there were no crows. Because everyone has flown away. So they said, hey, now we are the victory. We are the people. We have won the war. Hey, we are happy. So they took that crow town. From that day onwards, they started living in the crow town, enjoying nicely. After a few days, what happened in that crow town? No, that is the new town where these left out crows and the Sultan went. No, the Sultan was feeling very sad, very unhappy. See, we have lost the war. We couldn't fight with the kites. What to do? Okay, let me think. He was planning something. And one day he came out with a good plan. What he told is, he called all the other crows. He said, what you do is you pluck few feathers from my body. Okay, what did he say? You pluck few feathers from my body and leave me in the crow town, that old town where the kites are living. Okay, and you just return without looking back and do not come back. Okay, you just come back to your new town and start living. Don't ever come back and find out what happened to me and all. You just wait for my instructions. Okay, I will call you. Till that time, you must not come and see what has happened to me. You just leave me. You pluck few feathers from my body and leave me in the old crow town where the kites are living. So they also said, because he is the king, no? All these other crows also said, okay. They obeyed. They did not question him. They did not do anything. No other choice. They said, okay. They agreed. So that night, what they did, they plucked few feathers from the kunguru bird, and then they left him in that old town where the kites were living. So they came back quietly back to their home. The day morning happened. All kites were surrounded. They were looking what happened. Who's lying on the ground? And so was Kuru. He was the king of the crow. Why is he lying down on the ground? What has happened? They saw few blood stains also on its body. They asked, what happened to you? Why are you lying down here? Now, no, the Kunguru said, you know what happened? All my soldiers, all my crows, no, they all my company and they did no, they just plucked my feathers. They bet me nicely and threw me here. I had to run away. Okay, they are very bad. Okay, they started beating me. So I had to run away from there. So they believed. They said, why? Why did they beat you? You are the king of the crows. They are beating you? He said, no, no, no. What I did was I told them to listen to the your king, that is the king of the kites. Okay, move away. And you get all the advice. You listen to the king of the kites, I told them. But they said, how can we listen to the king of kites? What happened? Oh, yeah, you're talking like this. And so they gave a nice beating. Okay. So they said, no, we don't want you. Just get lost from here. So they threw me out of my town. So now see, look at me. I am just lying down here. Okay. I can't even move. I have all my wounds in the body. Okay. They have beaten me and sent me out of the town. What shall I do now? So the other kites, they discussed and they said, okay, let us take to the king. They can't take any decision. No, they said, okay, come on. We will take the Kunguru also to the Sultan. So that is our king. And let us know what he is telling. So they took Kunguru to the king and they told, see, this is what has happened to the Kunguru. So he is now in our town. What shall we do now? So the king of the kite also, he just believed and he said, oh, you are the only nice one in your tribe. You are the only, okay, very, you are only a good fellow in your tribe. Nobody is listening to me. Okay, you only obey my order. Okay, so what I will tell you is you can from now onwards, you stay here. You stay in our town with the other kites. I will tell them not to hurt you and they will give you food also for you. So this is what now Kunguru wants. Okay. He silently said, okay, okay. I will live with you. Whatever you say, I will obey. I will do whatever you want. I will do for you all. So from that day onwards, who started living with the kites? The king of crows, that is the Kunguru, started living with kites. So everybody looked after him well. Okay, they did not harm him. They gave food to eat and he was slowly becoming stronger and stronger. Okay. And one day, no, they usually go to the church to pray. So on the Sunday, yes, Sarvesh, hi. So on a Sunday, they all went to the church, okay, for a prayer meeting. There, no, there was one neighbor. He came from the other town and he asked, do you know who has the best religion? Is it the crows or the kites? He asked a question. Who has the best religion? So for this, no, immediately Kunguru answered. You know what he answered? He said, only the kites are the best. They only have the best religion. So with this answer, the king of the kite, no, Move was so happy when he listened. Oh, we are the best religion. And from whom he was getting the answer? From the crow sultan. He said, oh, you're so nice. So we have the best religion. Okay, he was so happy. He said he was so happy with the answer which he got from the crow sultan, the sultan's crow. So he said, okay, okay, okay. What shall I give now? Okay, shall we have a big feast? Okay, I will arrange a big dinner for everyone. Okay, so he called all the other guys. Come on, arrange. We'll have a dinner tomorrow. Okay, not tomorrow, after 2 days. Okay, we'll have the annual religious festival they will conduct every year in that town. So he said it is coming after 2 days. During that day, during that festival day, you will all have a big feast. Okay, so I will order. So he called all the other kites to make arrangements for the feast and also for the festival things. So they were very happy. Okay, now this is the time who was waiting all these days. Quietly, who was waiting for this time? The kunguru, who was the king of the crow. He was waiting for this time. Oh, I am only waiting for this moment. Now what should I do? He quietly slept on the night when everybody was sleeping. He quietly escaped from that town. He went to his new town. He called all the other crows and he said, now this is the time I am waiting. Okay, what you do is, now I got the plan, you just listen to me. Go and collect lot of wood. Okay, and also fire. Okay, you collect everything. Start collecting from tonight. You collect everything, some wood and fire, and you bring it near the town. Okay, and wait for my instruction. Don't come inside the town. You just wait for my instruction till I call you. You wait there with the wood. So all the next few days, 2 days, no, all these crows, no, they started collecting lot of wood and they piled, kept one on top of the other near the border of the town, and they were waiting for the king's order. That is the kunguru's order. They were waiting. So now the festival day also came. So everybody in the town were dressed up nicely. They said, okay, come on, we'll go to the church for the prayer, and after that we'll have the dinner also. So they dressed up nicely, and it was the king's order that everybody should come to the church and have the feast. They have to eat. That is the order given by Move. So they cannot disobey. They said, okay, everybody, they got dressed up and they started going to the church. On the way, they saw Kunguru. He was not getting ready. Why, man? Why are you sitting? You are not coming? He said, no, I am sick. I have my stomach ache. I can't come. Okay, I will take rest. Then I will join you later after some time. So the other kites also said they left him and they all went to the church. So everybody in the town, they went to the church except who? The kunguru. Except kunguru, all of them went to the church, to the prayer meeting, and also for the big feast. They were waiting for the food. Okay, so they went inside. And once, no, everybody were out of sight. Now Kunguru, no, what did he do? He made a call. He just cried out slowly to his other crows. Come on, come slowly. Come quietly, quickly, come on. So with their wood, the strong, small woods they collected, no, they brought everything. They crept very quietly, but quickly they went around the church and they started piling the wood one on top of the other. And they just kept like a wall. They surrounded all the church fully. It was surrounded by wood. And slowly the Kunguru said, come on, now start the fire. So they set fire to the wood. Once you set fire, what will happen? It started burning. And before, after, sometimes it burns, And what you will get out of the fire? You will get smoke, no? Okay. So the smoke also started coming. Now when the smoke was coming, the kites they were smelling. What is this? Something is coming outside. So they started to come out of the church. But the smoke was too bad, no? When they breathed that, they started unconscious, they fell down. And slowly everybody, all the kites from the church, they knew something was going outside and they saw the fire. It was burning. They started flying outside from the church, but they could not because of the smoke and because of the flame, high flame. They slowly, one by one, they fell unconsciously and they were all burnt, including the Muwe. The Sultan of the Kite also was killed in that fire. So all the kites in that town, including the king, that is the Muwe also, was killed in that big fire. And you know who was happy? Now Kunguru and all the crows were happy to get back to their old town. No, this was the town they were living. So they were happy when they saw all the kites were killed and they started living. From then onwards, they started living in their old town. Okay, this ends the story. Did you like the story? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'll tell you about crows also. Few things about crows. Do you know the color of the crow? What is the color of the crow? Black.
Black
Yes.
color.
Black color. Okay. And the family name is, they call it as chorus. Okay. Do you know how long the crows live? I told you the kites live for 30 to 40 years. But do you know how long the crows live? Do you know the lifespan of crows? How many years they live? Anybody knows? Afiza, no? No. They will live for 7 to 8 years only. Okay. And there are different types of crows also. They call it as carrion, jackdaw, rock, raven. Like this, they were called in different parts of the world. They live all over the world. Okay. And do you know the crows are they are known for their intelligence and adaptability. Wherever they are there, they will get accustomed to that place and they will start living. And mostly they don't hurt. Okay, they don't harm physically, they don't hurt others, but they're afraid of some sounds. Do you know what sounds they are afraid? Rattling, clanging sounds and all. No, they are afraid. And even the reflection of light, when lights gets reflected, no, when it falls in their eyes, they get scared. Okay, but they have a good memory. Okay, they will remember your faces. Okay, human faces they can remember. They can even sense each person, that they are different. Each person is different. They can sense them and they are very clever. Okay, very curious. Not only they recognize the human faces, they also form relationship. Do you know in your house, your mama or you, every day if you keep something for the crow in the window, every day they will used to come and take it. Have you tried? Have you tried feeding the crows? Okay, if you keep something every day near your window at one time, every day from that day onwards, they will try to come and wait for you. That is a relation. Okay, they form good relationship with humans. Okay, this is about the crows. Okay, yes. Do you like the story, Afiza?
Yes, auntie.
Yes. Who feeds the crows? Who like to feed the birds? Anyone has got birds, love birds, or any pet birds in their houses?
No, ma'am.
No. But do you keep food for the? Eh?
No.
What about Vihan? Do you keep? Do you feed birds?
Yes.
Yes. You also keep? You also keep?
I
Ah,
put rice. I put
you put,
rice.
oh, you keep rice. You feed rice for them. Oh. And Afiza, what do you feed for the crows and the other birds? சாப்பிடுறதுக்கு என்ன கொடுப்ப காக்காக்கு குருவிக்கெல்லாம்
அரிசி aunty.
அரிசி கொடுப்பியா ஓகே 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 அக்ஷரா do you feed birds?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you give for them?
Ma'am, rice.
Rice. Okay.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Fruits, ma'am.
Fruits also. Okay. I give grains for them. Okay. And they like mixture. One day I started feeding them mixture. No, they started liking mixture. Murukku, mixture and all they like.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Selvi, you want to stop the recording?
Yeah, sure. Children, did you enjoy the story?
Yes. Ma'am,
Enjoyed.
I grains.
Grains.
Oh, you put
Okay.
grains. Okay,
Grains.
okay.
Okay.
Super, super. I am away. Vihan is away. Okay, he's come back. Okay. Afiza, so cute, so happy to see you. Akshara Shri, you can tell a story one day. She's a storyteller. Okay. Thank you so much, children, for listening. Just hold on. Okay, I'll stop the recording. Thank you, Jayanti auntie.
Thank you.